Hey everyone, All Hazards Prepper back with you with a little video today on water. Yes, we're going to be talking about water. Might seem boring, but water is vital, as you know, when prepping. I've been talking about it a little bit this week, been posting a little bit of infographics on that, be doing a little bit more later in the week. But I want to talk with you some resources that I have on hand for water prepping, what I use, kind of talk a little bit more about that. I had some people reach out, I don't want to store all this water. With some other ways that I could, store water before a disaster quickly? Some ways I could filter water during a disaster, and some tips and tricks that I'll talk about a little bit. So, as you know, the water system here in the United States is it's very delicate. If you go up on Google, type up boil water advisory, and see how many are actually going on in the country. So water systems in around the U.S. Are fragile right now during a blue sky day. So imagine during a gray sky day, when after disasters occur, what the water system is going to look like then. You're going to need some resources on hand to deal with that water emergency. You might be able to do the boil water, but what if you can't boil water? Or what if you don't want to trust the boil water? Type of thing. What if you want to keep some water on hand? What if you lose water pressure during a disaster, which is likely, especially with power outages? So couple things that I have on hand for water outages. This is kind of for the basic prepper. Might go a little bit advanced, maybe not a whole lot, but water prepping is pretty easy. It's pretty self-explanatory, but a lot of people don't do it. So you got to have some resources on hand. First thing that I have I keep water on hand. I have a lot of gallon jugs of water, bottled water. Doesn't really matter the shape, size, format of the water, how it's coming. It's all the same. You need to have some water on hand. I posted an infographic this week. Posting another one later in the week, more for the advanced prepper. But go check out that infographic. Has some good facts on there about how much water you need to store. But other than that, I keep that water on hand, jugs, gallons, whatever you want to call it, and then the water bottles as well. After that, you need a way to store water, some ways to store water, and some ways to filter water. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Ways to filter water. There's a lot of different tools and resources. There's crazy expensive things out there. Something I found really quick. We used it in the Scouts. I've used it backpacking before. Are these little water purification tablets? You can get them for about $8 at Walmart. Just bought a couple the other week, but you can get them on Amazon. Go to your local outdoorsman store. Great little tool to have. Great to go in a bag or something simple. I have several, many of these. But anyway, get some water purification tablets. They do not have a taste or color or anything. Just follow the instructions. Pretty simple, and definitely good to have on hand. Next thing I have is a life straw. Sawyer also makes a great product out there. I think I have a Sawyer in somewhere, but life straw is great, especially if you just want to suck right through it and then be able to drink. These were designed for backpackers just to go right up to the stream or to the water flow or the spring, and be able to put it right in the water and suck in, and they got fresh water. Great resource to have. Maybe good to put in a bug out bag or something like that as well. These come in all different shapes and sizes. I love these. They're tagged, I think, on my Amazon store. If not, I will tag it. But these water storage cubes, they make the big polyester, or not polyester, but the poly ones, the hard plastic ones as well. But I like these because you can just kind of store them and keep them flat. But great to do before a disaster. This one I have not used, but I have several others that I have used. But great to, hurricanes coming, big winter storms coming, something that, you see on the horizon that's coming. I wouldn't depend solely on these. I definitely have water on hand, but for a little bit extra supply, to fill up quickly before a disaster, great little product. Come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, you can buy these. I was looking the other day, you can buy 1,000-gallon, polyester, or not, what you want to say that, but these storage cubes. You can buy, 1,000-gallon ones if you really wanted to. I don't know if you do that or not, but they make a great product too. I have it. Too big to show, but so it goes in the bathtub, fills up, and I think that's tagged on my Amazon store as well. So you need some backup ways to store water other than the bottled water and the jugs or gallons, that you keep in your home or wherever you're storing your preps. Great resource to have as well. Another thing to have more for maybe a book bag, a bug out bag, something like that. Use these so much in the scouts and in backpacking and my outdoor adventures. These what I call a platypus, but is these little gravity bags that you can fill up and store water. They make these platypuses that go in book bags. This one you can hang even and filter the water down. Use it to wash your hands or something. I got another product I'll show you about showering, but great little product to have. Platypuses, I'm going to call them that because that's what it is to me. But great to have in a book bag. If you got a bug out bag, a go bag, whatever you want to call it. A great little resource to have as well. And then the next thing I have, this is kind of a lessons learned. I think we had a hurricane or something where the water was affected whenever I was living on the eastern part of the state, and didn't have a way to shower. So I came up with this idea as a camping shower. You fill it up. It's just like a bladder, and you can fill it. Fill it all the way up with hot water. It actually has a little temperature gauge on it, so that way you don't get it too hot or too cold. And hang it on the shower head, and then be able to use this little nozzle to rinse yourself off. It's not a 5-star shower by any means, but if you have no water, you have no water pressure. I like taking baths. I don't like stinking. So great little resource to have. Has a little on-off valve here. Doesn't just come out. They make these in all different shapes and sizes. I'll tag one on my Amazon store. They even make one with a water, like a battery pump that you could pump. If you had a water jug or a gallon or a 5-gallon bucket full of water, you could actually pump out of there and take a shower. I think people use them for their dogs, but great resource to have, because a lot of people don't think, I might not have clean water, but I can at least take a bath. No, you don't want to take that. But what if the water pressure goes out completely? What if there's a main that breaks down the road and you have no way of taking a shower to go to work? Great little resource to have. Water is vital. That is one of the most, if not the most vital thing to have for prepping. So make sure that you check out some of these products that I talked about today. Make sure that you just go to the Dollar Tree, go to Walmart, go to wherever you buy your groceries, and just get some gallon jugs next time you go. Get a couple every time you go, and then make sure that you have enough for your family. Make sure that you account for other water that you may use. If you're using for nursing, for for your kids, if you're making drinks or something more, you have more need of a water. If you use a humidifier or anything like that, make sure you're accounting for that as well. So great resources today that I'm talking about. We'll be posting a little bit more about water prepping this week. That's kind of our theme for the week, if you will. So great to talk with you this evening about this, and stay safe out there. All Hazard Prepper out.